Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we're going to be going over the 25.0 update, and it is quite an in-depth look, as it says on the screen, to some massive changes that are going to be coming to Road to Survival. So we'll read through it. It says 25.0 update. Our upcoming new 25.0 update is packed with quality of life upgrades and new updates, including a much requested fighter roster update, updated trainers, a new level up system, and a new look for our fighter dossiers. Our goal with this release is to reduce bloated rosters, improve fighter roster management, and simplify the level up process. What is changing? Trainers are moving from the roster to the inventory and can no longer be used in fighter teams. All 2-star, 3-star, 4-star and 5-star fighters can be converted into new equivalent XP trainers in the training grounds for free. Level ups are now exclusively completed with XP trainers. We are introducing a new way to use skill trainers such as Lilith and Ulysses to upgrade fighter rushes and active skills. We are introducing a new dossier with new skill icons, and we are improving roster functionality with new filters, search functionality, and stacking of duplicates. Trainer updates. To free up roster space and to improve trainer management, all trainers are moving to the inventory in the general tab. And as you can see from this image, this is the inventory rather than it being your roster, so no longer be taking up roster space. It looks like you're going to be getting 2,000 slots for your normal trainers. Bert, Brady, Basil and Benedict, 500 apiece, whereas normally you only just have over 500 basic slots for your entire roster as it currently stands, and you'll be getting 250 slots for the new types of trainers as well. So let's read on to see how these trainers actually work and function. Each trainer type will have an inventory cap. Any excess trainers received while at the cap will go to your inbox, where they will be stored safely for 7 days to allow you an opportunity to free up inventory space. Upon launch of the feature, players will be allowed to exceed their inventory caps one time when all trainers are moved to the inventory. With their move to the inventory, trainers can no longer be equipped to fighter teams. With this change, Benedicts can also no longer be used for Ascension. Players will automatically receive a free 5-star fighter Eugene for every Benedict currently on their roster when they download the new 25.0 release. Additionally, all 1-star and 2-star fighter drops from the world map, Faction Assault and Survival Road have been changed to the new 2-star trainer Bo. So if you do have a lot of elite tokens or bags with Benedicts in them, it would be worth opening them before you update so that any of the bennies that you have, you get an extra Eugene for those. This way you can use those as fodder to ascend characters, or you'll be able to convert them into trainers as we are going to read below. Fighter conversion in training grounds. All 2-star, 3-star, 4-star and 5-star fighters can now be converted to new types of experienced trainers that grant equivalent or better amounts of experience. Fighter conversion will take place in the training ground in a new tab, Trainer Conversion. Here you will be presented with your roster where you can select as many characters as you want to convert into trainers. You will then receive a confirmation screen indicating the total amount of characters you want to convert and the final results of the conversion. So here you can see on the training grounds, you can select your 3-star characters in the trainer conversion tab. And then once you click convert, you'll obviously receive 3 of the characters that will go into your inventory, no longer taking up roster space once they are converted into these trainers. Fighters can be converted as follows. 2-star fighters worth 390 XP can be converted into Bo, who is also worth 390 XP. 3-star fighters who are worth 630 XP can be converted into Bud, who is also worth 630 XP. And 4-star and 5-star characters can be converted into their equivalent trainers as well. However, they will be getting a 5% increase in the amount of XP that they give. It goes on to give a few notes on the trainer conversions. All experience values for low rarity fighters are maintained or improved. For example, if you convert a 3-star fighter worth 630 experience into the new Bud 3-star trainer, it will also be worth 630 experience when used in leveling up fighters. To help offset potential missing persona matching bonuses, which can apply when leveling epic fighters and below, all experience values for 4-star and 5-star fighters are boosted by 5%, regardless of how they are used. When these fighters are converted into trainers, their experience values will increase. Trainer conversion should be quick and easy. Simply select the filters you like, hit the select all button and convert. There is no cost to converting your fighters. Use of the trainer conversion system will not interfere with training grounds that are currently actively training fighters and will not require any changes to current fighter training queues. This means that if all of your training grounds are full or all of your training grounds are actually training people, you can still convert characters if you so need to. Now there are also some quality of life updates to the level up system which we'll go through. It says, with the new ability to convert fighters into new XP trainers, we're able to significantly simplify the level up process and improve usability. In many cases, you will now be able to max a fighter with only a few clicks. Level ups are now exclusively completed with trainers. No longer will you have to scroll through hundreds of fighters to find the ones you want to use to level up. Now initially that may sound like there's a problem there because you will have to use trainers to level up characters, but as we've already seen, you convert your 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars and 5 stars into the new trainers, and all of those trainers and the normal Berts, Bradys, Basils and Bennies are still used to level up characters as well. New level up process. Here is an overview of the new level up screen. As you can see, there is a change to the way the dossier looks as well, which they do break down a little bit more going down into the post, but we're mainly going to look at this thing on the right hand side where it just has the scroll bar leveled up to 90 over the actual picture of Alpha, and instead of having to select 10 characters to put into a character, you can just say which level you want to level them up to. As long as you've got enough food and you've got enough trainers, you'll just be able to click one button which would just be level up, which makes things a lot simpler. As it says, level slider. The quickest way to level up your character is to drag the slider until reaching your desired character level. This process will automatically select trainers for you, optimizing to use as little food as possible. Food cost per trainer will dynamically update every 10 trainers consumed in line with the current level up costs. It also says that players will be able to buy food from the supply depot or claim from food inventory bags directly through the level up process, which would massively just cut out a lot of annoying back and forth between multiple screens. Now there is a max button. If you hit the max button on the level up screen, the slider will automatically jump to the max level possible given the resources you have. If you have locked trainers, they'll be omitted from this process. The trainer selection always optimizes for the least food cost possible. Specific trainer selection is possible, and as you see below the main slider, you will see a list of available trainers. If you want to save specific trainers or prevent a trainer from being selected, you can hit the lock button in the top left of the trainer icon, which will prevent them from being used when the slider is moved. Tapping on a specific trainer will bring up the following individual trainer slider, used to manually fine-tune which trainers are used in the level up process. I guess the reason that this is useful is if you want to save your 5-star trainers to try and snipe a level up, for instance, really quickly, and use lower level trainers just for basic leveling. New skill upgrade system. Skill upgrades, adrenaline rushes and active skills are now leveled up separately from fighter level and no longer improved from the traditional level up process. Navigate to the new skills tab and hit upgrade to any skill to bring up the following screen. And as you can see, this is the new Adrenaline Rush screen where you have a scroll bar and the amount of Liliths you're going to use and also the amount of food it's going to cost to actually upgrade your skills. It does also look like Liliths are going to be in your inventory, as there is an inventory number at the top. In this case, it would be 0. So again, reducing the amount of roster space taken up by trainers. It then goes on to say, in order to improve usability and speed up skill level ups, we are consolidating the following trainers. Previous trainer types, like trait-specific active trainers, will now become Ulysses, so any like alert, tough, strong, or fast. Specific active trainers all become Ulysses that are in your roster. Any persona rush trainers, that means characters that can improve the rushes of soldiers or rebels or any specific type of persona, now become a brand new trainer called Megan, who only can level up personas. Aiden, who is a universal trainer who could do S-class characters 6 stars and 5 stars and below, now all become Liliths, because obviously the best thing Aiden could do, which is what most people would use him for, was S-class and 6 stars. So it is actually quite a good thing that he becomes a Lilith rather than a Megan. With these conversions, there will only be 3 skill trainers, Liliths and Ulysses, which are used to level up skills for 6-star fighter S-class characters, and new Megan trainers, which are used to level up rushes for 5-star and below. These conversions will take place automatically when you first open the game after installing during our 25.0 release. All areas in the game that dropped or awarded legacy skill trainers will now drop their new counterparts instead. It does go on to show the new Dossier, and instantly I can say that everyone's probably going to hate this, but it's because it's just different and new. It's kind of the way it goes. And it does look like the character visuals are going to be on the right hand side now. There is going to be a picture of the avatar on the left with the stats underneath, and then there's going to be specific tabs for the skills and the character themselves. As they go on to say, we've removed a lot of the clutter and noise from our previous character tab and made it easier to analyze at a glance. All fighters will now have new skill icons for adrenaline rushes, active skills and leader skills where applicable. Tapping on the icons will bring up the full skill descriptions. The skills tab will also contain detailed information about your adrenaline rush and active skills, and also be the place to level them up. And as you can see, the upgrade button next to your active skill and your rush, when you click this, you go to the screen where you can use your Ulysses and your Liliths. It does also mention that the combat mods and weapon tabs are going to be unchanged. Now on to the final part of this update, and something that pretty much everyone has been asking for and looking forward to. The potential for this to happen since the update to the armory and the filtering system there is that there is going to be an update to how the roster is filtered and your control over filtering the roster, which is great news. After adding search filters into the armory, we have decided to mirror the functionality in the roster screen. There are now 2 new filtering options for players to search through the roster. Quick filters. In our main screen, we have added a series of quick filters for you to organize your roster on the fly. By simply toggling the appropriate icons, you can now filter by rarity, 5-star ascendable or non-ascendables, and trait. Each filter can be toggled on or off independently, and you can select multiple at once. So for instance, you could select all fast 6-star characters. There will also be advanced filters just like the armory, and it says that advanced filters are packed with different options to allow you to find the specific characters you are after in a matter of seconds. And it's just a simple copy paste almost in terms of the functionality in the armory, which I think a lot of people have already said it works really, really well. And they go on to break down the different filters. There's obviously the text search field, allowing you to search for specific keywords like names, skills, or effects, which is brilliant. You can search by name. For instance, searching Rick will surface all the Ricks in your inventory, and you can also search by keyword. Searching for stun will surface all fighters who have the word stun in their fighter card, which is actually really, really great. Sorting options as well by name. This will sort fighters alphabetically by name, obviously. Then there's rarity, level, defense stat, attack stat, and HP stat. Then it just lists the special toggles. These toggles affect the overall roster view and can be turned on or off. Show team tag, show which team or teams a character is in. Stack duplicates, so you are able to actually stack duplicate characters if you have lots of the same character. And it says stat counts are indicated by a number on the bottom right hand corner of the fighter card. Only exact fighters of the same level, tier, and rarity will stack together. There is also a way to toggle leader skills where it only displays characters with leader skills. And then it also has a teams to top option where it shows all characters included in a team at the top of your roster. This is currently how Road to Survival actually works, where it forces all of the characters that are in a team to the top of your roster and everyone else behind. A full list of toggleable filters allowing you to filter your roster by rarity, trait and role. Note, on S-Class, they will automatically filter to the top when selecting for 6-star rarity. There are also going to be some bug fixes which I'm not going to read through, but you can just see them on your screen if you want to pause just to quickly read through them. It's just some basic bug fixes in general in combat. Nothing sticks out as being massive that has been an ongoing issue, but there is obviously some fixes that are going to be coming in here. And a couple of improvements here. I will read out one as it says, added a pop-up to show all rewards claimed in the claim all feature in the inbox. And this is just a nice little addition, so you can just see, for instance, if you claim all of your coins in one go from videos, it probably will just show your overall coins that you just claimed. It then goes on to say that 25.0 will arrive in beta soon. So it isn't here just yet, but we will see it in game hopefully as soon as possible. And once beta does arrive, of course, I'll be on top of just looking at it and giving you some actual visual updates of how it's going to work with the new update. So I think 95% of this update is good, and the other 5% I just kind of need to see firsthand. The only questionable thing I have is Lilith and Ulysses potentially don't give any XP anymore. They only will increase skills, and while that doesn't count for too much, it still counts for like 20 to 25,000 XP for every S-Class character, which again, in the overall scale of things of how much XP an actual S-Class character needs, it's probably not that much, but it all counts. So we'll have to wait and see until that part's live, but the rest looks like some pretty decent updates when it comes to roster management and space. But do give me your thoughts initially on the 25.0 update, which will be coming into beta hopefully very soon, and most likely dropping in the game in the next few weeks. Thank you very much for tuning into my video, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.